What's up, guys? Got Mr. R. Lurr
So
Lounge. Took a long ass break, but we're back. Was hoping to get Bam, but couldn't make it this time. But yeah, want to talk about Supernova. There's like a lot of stuff that we want to go over. Uh, what did you want to go over first, or did you have?
I guess probably the biggest thing everybody was talking about, like the booing with Onin.
Oh, the Onin thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
So you said what?
What are your thoughts? Because I've already kind of expressed my thoughts on Twitter. I mean, not to the extent I wanted to. So
Yeah.
this is like a nice opportunity here to flesh out
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
my full thoughts. But I'd like to hear your thoughts first.
Okay, hold on, really quick. I just want to make sure that I have everything set up because I don't want to. I want to make sure the VODs are saved.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So the Onin thing, in my opinion, if it was just booing, I think it's disrespectful. But I think that's nothing to like DQ over. Like. I feel like maybe not to the extent that Onin has, but I'm sure we both have been booed like for beating someone.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, I mean,
I
not a good.
have.
It's not a good feeling. Some people thrive off that though. That's the thing. Like some people enjoy like being that heel and stuff like that. Anin clearly not that, so that sucks. But to my knowledge, it wasn't just booing. Like they were getting harassed.
Like heckling.
Huh?
Like people were heckling him, or
Yeah. Well, I
I'm
don't.
sorry, heckling.
I don't know if this is 100% true, but like someone mentioned that like they were getting death threats or something like at the event.
Oh,
So
they
it's like
were really.
if it's like that, then I understand why they DQ'd because
Like, were they getting death threats, like, in person or, like, online?
I'm not sure. I heard like it might have been in person, but I don't have like
Okay.
100% like confirmation.
Yeah. Um, I mean, I already like I said, I already expressed a little bit my thoughts on Twitter, but I am, like, pretty anti-booing. Uh, Not to the extent of, like, oh, if anybody boos, they're gonna get removed from the venue. Like, I don't not to that extent, like, I'm not trying to, like, enforce, a non-booing, like, something like that. But I will say, like, if you're gonna boo at somebody, then I feel like people should be able to judge you for that. You know what I mean? Like,
Hmm.
if I have negative thoughts about somebody booing, then I'm allowed to express that. And a lot of people also seem to think that I don't know, they just compare it to sports. And I've already tweeted about this, but I feel like it's not really a fair comparison. Um, Mostly because the scale. A lot of athletes get paid to deal with the hate, and even if you say like, okay, well, on a smaller scale, booing still happens and they don't get paid. I would say that might be true, but it's a little bit different in Smash because it's only two people playing, right? If you go to your local high school football match, it's like an entire team versus an entire team, and if you boo against a certain team, it's like one person doesn't take all of the booing. It's like it, you know what I mean? You don't feel as targeted as in a one versus one scenario, like with Onin. And I think they had every right to, I guess, DQ and feel upset about it because it's also been like, it depends on what your goals are. If you want to have fun with this game, if you're just trying to compete to have fun and you're not having fun, you're consistently not having fun. It's like a reoccurring thing that people are cheering against you or booing against you. Then I really can't blame Onin for like DQing. Because like I said, it depends what their goal is, right? Their goal is probably having fun and competing. Um, in our case, that might have been a little bit different. In our case, we just wanted to be the best. Um, so yeah, I just want to like make sure people don't misunderstood my tweet. It's not like I'm against booing to the extent like people should get like removed from the venue if they boo, but I will judge people for booing, especially if it's like if you're a grown ass man and you're booing a teenager. I feel like there's just something wrong with that. I feel
Yeah.
like you should be like, I don't know, it just doesn't send the right message, especially at Super Smash Con, which is like a very inclusive tournament for all ages. Um it just doesn't send the right message. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I totally get it. Something else I wanted to add about what you said, like, comparing like sports to Smash. Or even like I feel like even like other like esports events, so like like the big league events, stuff like that. The major difference between Smash is like you can like more like the players are more readily available for you to interact with. So like it's more personalized. So because I
Definitely,
feel
yeah.
like at events, like big sporting events, something like that, a lot of the people are just like faceless. Like you don't know who's doing this. Whereas if you're at a Smash event, you can clearly see who's doing it a lot of the time. Like it's not like some anonymous dude. It's someone who you can clearly see, someone who can walk up to you and just like interact with you and stuff like that. So yeah, it's definitely not. I feel like it's worse in that sense. Again, like it's me personally. If I get booed, I don't care. Like as
Yeah,
long,
same.
yeah, as long as like they're not like doing some other crazy attack. I don't care about it. Not everyone's the same though. Not everyone uh can handle that, which I understand. Um, I think too. Um, it's just I don't know, like just like some of the stuff I'm here I've been hearing. It feels like it was more personal than just like simple booze, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like heckling, kind of what you were mentioning earlier.
yeah. So yeah, I don't know what was said. Like I don't know what was done. I've heard some stuff, but I can't like 100% confirm that it's true or not.
Yeah,
But it's definitely not like yeah. I don't know. I think the other thing too, which makes this situation kind of worse, is that there's such a huge like I'll say in Smash, but I feel like in general, like there's like a huge parasocial relationship that people have where they have this perception of how someone is and they don't even know the person. So because because Onin plays Steve, because they main Steve, they're automatically villainized because Steve's just like Steve's the character that is beating my favorite player, you know. Steve is
yeah.
beating like MKLeo and like other players that are a lot of people's favorites, and so it just feels like people see that as Steve ruining the game, and then because I don't know, some people are also just very young, so they can't differentiate like player and character sometimes, so
Yep.
they'll just see that player as the character when I don't think I've heard a bad thing about Onin, by the way. That's the crazy thing. Like, I feel like with a lot of
Same.
people, I feel like with a lot of people, when someone's like hating on them, it's like, yeah, I just like this person because not just because of the character, because they're a dick or something like that. Literally, have
Yeah.
never heard anyone say anything bad about
Honestly,
Onin.
same. Like, we can take Zomba as an example. Like a few years ago, Zomba was getting a lot of hate too. But Zomba was like talking shit on Twitter. He was trash talking and
He,
stuff.
he was also feeding it. Like he like wanted to be the hill, so he
Exactly.
was
Yeah.
doing it like, intentionally.
Onin's just like not doing anything. They just play Steve. That's all.
Yeah, no,
So
that's it. Um, yeah, it feels like they just keep to themselves. They play the game. They obviously enjoy the game because they're playing it like despite everything that's happening. Um,
yeah,
but yeah, no, I haven't heard of anything bad said about Onin, like as a person.
I think you're making a good point earlier too. Like at Smash tournaments, you're interacting with a lot of the fans like constantly.
Hmm.
It's not like a football stadium or a basketball stadium where when the match is over, you go back to the dresser rooms and you don't get to interact with any of the fans. That's not how it is at Smash tournaments.
Yeah.
Um, that just brings me to my point. It's just Smash tournaments are so different and unique from like traditional sports in so many aspects. I just think it's a little bit silly to say like, oh, look at this sport. Like booing is allowed here, so why can't it be allowed at like Smash tournaments? Well, allowed is not the right word, but booing is not discouraged at other sports. Why is it? Why is it being discouraged in Smash? And I just think there's so many different factors, like age wise, like you're gonna interact with a lot of people as well. A lot of these people are your peers as well. They're not
Hmm.
just your fans; they're also like your peers. Um, and another thing is like I mentioned this earlier, but you kind of have to shoulder all the hate by yourself. It's not like you have an entire team
Hmm.
to share the hate with, share the booing with. It's like it's gonna feel way more like personal when you're just there by yourself and everybody's booing against you.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like if this could be done like a more healthy way, I would be fine with booing, just because I feel like it's I personally feel like it's entertaining. I kind of like to see that. It's gonna about sound bad to say, but I like to see the hate and assault. Like it's
That's kind
it's
of funny.
entertainment. Like seeing someone like flip out when their favorite player loses. Sometimes it's funny.
Yeah, I mean, if it's like a reoccurring thing, I can totally understand why it would be annoying for Onin.
Hmm.
If it's like a one-time thing, people boo like once, then probably not the biggest deal. But as far as I know, Onin has been dealing with like people cheering against them or like booing against them for a while. I think the same happened to Alcola like a year or two ago. Um,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I guess
so
they're saying they can't hear you as much. Like, can you get
oh,
closer to the mic?
my bad. Is that better?
I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, you sound louder for sure.
Okay. Um, yeah, I just think like if it's a grown ass man playing, against another grown ass adult, then I'm like a little bit less against bullying. But if it's like a teenager or a kid booing, then I just feel like people like you can still boo, but I will judge you for it as a person. That's all. Like I'm not gonna enforce like a no booing rule at tournaments or whatever, but I will speak against it and I will, criticize you as a person. That's all, honestly.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't think we can do more than that because I don't want like a no booing rule to be enforced or anything. That's like too much on the other extreme side of things. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. I just hope that people understand that like someone might play a character you don't like, but you have to really understand, like, especially if it's like a kid. Like a lot of the people who are competing are very young, so for a lot of people, this is like their first time experiencing like life outside of their home, and they're just like, "Oh well, shit! Like everyone hates me." like,
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
yeah. Um, in like it's just unfortunate. It's like it's strictly because of their character. It's like it has nothing to do with their personality. It has nothing to do with outside of the game. It's just that.
Yeah, well, that's also the annoying part, right? Like you can do nothing wrong, but you can just be good at the game, and people will hate you for it because you're playing a certain character.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely feel bad for Anin, and I hope in the future people are gonna be, instead of booing at somebody, just cheer for the other player. Like if you want somebody to lose, just cheer for the other player. That's what I do.
Mm.
I feel like that's a more positive way of like cheering than just like trying to bring somebody else down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Totally agree on that. Um, I think on that note, let's talk about, I guess, kind of the reason why this happened. The person that Onin was facing, Jahzzo, um, he had a crazy run. Um, he lost like I think it was he lost round one of phase two pools to Fani, the I think it's like the best Yoshi in Germany. Might be the best Yoshi in Europe.
What's the name you said?
Fani, Fani.
I don't know actually.
Okay, well, I know they're German Yoshi.
Okay.
But yeah, there was like a super early upset, and then I believe I'm actually gonna look at the bracket, but I think it was like a 12 set losers run that Jahzzo went on.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it was super deep. Um, he had
And
to
was it all
beat.
Ken?
Pretty sure he was all Ken. Like, dude, some of the players he beat in losers was wow. Like, well, in my opinion, the most impressive one was Ken. He beat Ken in
That's a
losers.
bad matchup.
That is a horrible matchup. Sonic versus Ken. Um, but yeah, sorry, I'm like,
Ken versus Ken. That's funny.
yeah. So lost to Funny round one in phase two pools. Then he beat Koya, the Steve. Amaryllis, Bayo, Lazy Zack, Sonic. Uh, then he beat Ben. Pretty sure that's Zelda. Sora, another Steve. Netsuru, Pichu, Ken. Sonic, Jahzzo. Or sorry, MPG. He beat MPG.
Oh, that's a bad matchup too, right?
Yeah, Mega Man. So
Yeah.
yes. Wait, how many is that so far? So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 sets. That's just to get to top 24. So that was just to make it to Sunday.
Yeah, that's impressive. That's probably like the best result Ken has had in a hot minute, I think, or ever.
Yeah,
I don't know.
probably ever. Cause like
Probably ever. Yeah.
there's like, if we're including Shotos, and then no, because Ashimo, but like Ken like on its own.
Ken specifically, yeah.
But then he beat Base Mage, Shattuck, and then Reflow. So 11 sets just to make top 8.
Yeah, I caught the Reflow set as well, which was a really close set.
Bro, that game 3 where he just mad dogged him. Did you see that?
I just caught the last game.
Okay, hold on. You need to look at this clip.
Let me see.
I think they have it online already.
I really like watching Ken and Ryu, actually. Terry, not so much, but I think Ken especially is very fun to watch because it's just different, different type of combos, and you don't get to see that character often. He's very explosive.
Yeah, no, it's very entertaining.
You linked me?
I'm gonna
share your screen.
Yeah, I think I'll screen share. 1 sec.
Sure.
Can I do the right one? Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Reflow had a game lead. Okay.
And I'm gonna kind of up the volume a bit. Oh god, why is it flashing?
Bring this right back to even.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Dude, it's like flashing my end for some reason.
I can see it.
Okay. That said, a stock lead is so valuable in this game, man. Now that Ken doesn't have to do the hard work of approaching, every time Raffalo gets near him,
it's gonna be up here.
I'm on the wrong game.
Oh.
Almost 50% here.
I'm sorry. If you're watching, you cannot see it. I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna show wrong.
Oh, only I can see it.
Yeah, because it's being weird. I guess because my stream's running. It says it's paused.
I'm on the clock right now. I'm past 40 hours.
Oh, wait. I went past it.
Great presence of mind on Raffle's side. Looking for the back door. I'm going to eat up that focus attack.
Okay,
good option met by an even better option right there on Raffalo's side.
Yeah, he knew that was really Jahzzo's only way to.
Oh, I think I did see this game.
Look at his face, bro. Like, just look at Jahzzo's face.
Wait, why is he looking at Reflow?
Raffalo didn't go for a multi-hit move.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, why did he do that?
Why did he do that?
Yeah, hold on. I'll link chat because like you guys here, you guys should check it out. But it's like it's game 5 and Jahzzo takes Reflow's second stock and then he just gives him that look. It's like I remember watching it live. I'm just like, bro, why is he doing this?
That's pretty funny, honestly. Why did he do that?
Like in my head, I'm like, Jahzzo's thinking something like "bitch, you thought," or something like that. Thought it was over.
I don't know. It wasn't even like he just down tilted to shore you before, right? It was like, it was crazy.
Yeah, no, he just I don't know.
I actually didn't notice that. I watched that game 5, but I didn't look at the player cams.
Yeah, dude, I guess from doing watch parties, I will immediately look at players like if the player cam is available. I'll just look at it because some people just have the craziest reactions sometimes.
Yeah, I saw. Did you see that Onin back air?
And hit in front of Jahzzo.
Yeah, and I think I heard Jahzzo say like, "What?" Like the mic picked up on that.
Yeah, dude, it's just like that hitbox is like ridiculous.
It's insane, dude. I know.
Yeah, but yeah, dude, he went on it was like his run was crazy. I think Yeah, like obviously the reflow set was like a very close one. Base Mage was also very close. He almost got reverse 3-0'd.
Wow, he had a lot of close sets then.
Yeah, no, he did. And then hold on, let me go back. I don't see the set count between him and Ken. Him and Ken was 3-1 surprisingly. He went to game 5 with Neturu though.
Wow, another game 5.
Yeah, game 5 with Neturu. But yeah, other than that, it looks like the people who pushed him or like had the closest sets with him were like Neturu, Base Mage, Reflow, and then of course Onin, the person who eliminated him.
Yeah, like sometimes you get sent early to losers, but then I feel like you play a lot more matches in losers, and it helps you stay warm and get more momentum. And you also rack up more wins going through the loser side than going through the winner side. So that's probably better for his overall stats,
Yeah. I feel like sometimes going into losers early is nice because like I feel like sometimes when you're going to an event, you put like this unnecessary pressure on yourself, and then when you lose, it's kind of like that pressure goes away for a bit, and then
I feel that,
and then you get into your next match, and then you start gaining confidence. It's like a snowball just rolling downhill. You just get like so much momentum.
Yep, exactly. And like the level of opponents as well. Like if you lose early in winners, then you're probably gonna be better than your first opponent in losers.
Yeah.
And as it like scales up, you just keep getting better opponents. It helps you like warm up into it a little bit more. You don't have to you don't get pressured right away by like an MK Leo level player, round one of losers. So like it scales up slowly, and like you said, it can snowball into you just playing better and racking up more wins.
I agree. There's a rare chance that you get the bracket where someone else got upset. Now you're just like, oh well, shit. Looks like we're playing for 129th.
Yeah, that can happen for sure. That happened to remember Civil War in Smash 4?
Oh, dude, there's so many people. There was like an absolute bloodbath.
Yep, that was fun.
Yeah,
good times.
That was really nice. That was like, dude. Okay, like I guess like off topic,
Don't
but like
I'm gonna feel old. That was forever ago.
That was a long ass time. No, okay. You want to feel old? I made a video talking about my set versus Captain Awesome. That happened over 10 years ago.
That was 10 years ago.
Over 10 years ago, dude. Yeah. Literal decade.
That's so weird thinking about that because I feel like I still feel young, but that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we're not really young anymore, but if you think about like early Brawl, that's like 15 years ago, which is even crazier.
Yeah, no, it's dude, it's just like so long. Like I'm thinking to myself as well, in terms of competing, or I guess like being in the Smash community, I'm gonna hit the 20-year mark next year.
Oh yeah, because you started with Melee, right?
Yeah, 2006.
Damn. 20 years.
20 years, bro.
20 years, dude. That's insane. If you think about it. And we're probably still going to be playing for another, 5 years minimum, I want to say.
Hopefully, that's the plan.
Yeah, it depends if there's a new Smash coming out.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely going to be a new Smash game.
Probably. Yeah, most likely.
I feel like people talk about a new Smash game as if it's never, some people are just they're just super negative about it, oh, it's never gonna happen. Sakurai says is the last one. I'm just like, bro, Nintendo likes money. I mean, maybe they don't because they don't do DLC that much, games they should, but I would assume they like money.
I mean, they've always had a Smash title on every new console, right?
Yeah, since 64.
Yeah, exactly. So it would make sense for Smash to come out, and it also cross promotes so many other games of characters in Smash.
Yeah,
it's just a win-win all around. It's gonna sell a lot. It's gonna promote all the other games. So I don't know. I'd be very surprised if there's no Smash coming out.
Yeah, exactly. It's I feel like at this point, I feel like there's going to be, with every new Nintendo console, there's going to be a new Mario Kart. There's going to be a new main Mario title, and there's gonna be a new Smash game. Like I feel like those 3 are just guaranteed.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time. Hopefully, it'll happen sooner than later. Because I mean, I still enjoy watching Ultimate, but I am like getting bored of playing it a little bit. Maybe you are as well. But I would love for a new Smash to come out like this year. I know that's not gonna happen, but it would be cool if it came out within a year at least.
Yeah. In terms of playing, I still enjoy it. My only problem is I gave up playing online because I hate playing online for Ultimate.
Yeah.
I hate it. My main thing is just like there's no one who lives near me that still really plays.
Really? You live in SoCal though, right?
Yeah. Well, okay. The person who lives the closest to me is Nico, and Nico's super inconsistent about playing. But like, we actually have been playing like a good amount. Like, I probably play with him. I want to say once a week. I don't stream our practice sessions because it's like normally pretty late, and I normally just don't like to stream that late. But I've been playing with him a good amount.
I didn't know that. I didn't know Nico still played.
Yeah, no, he still plays.
Is it Roar or Shulk? Who does he play nowadays?
Play Shulk.
Shulk, okay.
Yeah.
I know he had like a Roy phase and like a few other characters.
Yeah, I mean he still plays. It's like Shulk, Roy, Chrom, Falcon.
Yeah. In my case, it's like it's similar. Like I don't like playing online that much, but unfortunately, you kind of have to play online in Ultimate because there's a bajillion matchups you need to learn, and locally it's gonna be hard to find all those matchups at least at like a decent level. So you're kind of inclined to play a lot of online, which I don't like. And also for me, it's like a dice roll, like matchup wise, if I'm gonna have fun or not. Like Sheik versus like most characters is fun, but then if I fight a Game Watch or like a Sonic or a Steve, like I'm just not gonna have fun. So that part being a dice roll, like matchup wise, if I'm gonna have fun or not, in combination with online being bad and learning matchups being so important, I'd rather just be like a spectator for now until the next Smash comes out.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. But well, okay, I'll say this: you do live with Mr. E now, so that is like
That's true.
something you can consist. You do have a consistent practice partner.
That's true. I actually mentioned it to Eric yesterday. I was like, hey, if you ever want to play offline, like I'm down to play with you, mostly just to help him like stay in practice. But like it would also help me, like get warmed up a little bit more and unrust a little. But even then, even if I play with Mr. E, I'm just gonna improve at the Lucina matchup. It's not gonna help when I go to a major and I have like a Rosalina or like a Game Watch or some shit. So
hey, bro, your fundies they're gonna be sharpened up. They're gonna be fine tuned. Out fundies anyone.
I can what I could do is if I really wanted to get into it and like I was really serious about doing well without having to play online that much, I could just pick up a different character that doesn't really require you to learn matchups as much, the same way Sheik does. Because there's some characters like the top tiers, they just have like flowcharts that work against most of the cast. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, dude, that's the meta. Like the meta characters are the ones that don't really need to learn matchups that well.
Exactly, yeah. So if I was really serious about getting back into it, but I didn't really want to play online, I could do that. I could just use Mystery as like a sparring partner for my new character or whatever. But like, I don't know. I'm enjoying Rivals right now. It's really fun. So, but at the same time, I do want to help Mystery, so I'll probably help him a little bit. I'll take my time. I'll ease into getting back into Smash Ultimate, and hopefully by then a new Smash comes out. So we'll see.
Okay, I have like a confession. I need to like admit to you.
Sure.
So at S Factor, I was doing a watch party. Someone asked someone in my chat. I always get this, by the way. Like, what is like the E and Mr. E stand for? What does the R and Mr. R stand for? And like typically I give the the right answer, but on this day I was just feeling devious. So I had a lot of viewers and they asked a question and I said, oh well, Mr. E stands for Ernie. So there's someone out there that think that. You said what?
Is there anybody out there that actually thinks like genuinely his name is Ernie?
There probably is. I had a lot of viewers, dude, and I did like
True,
I
you
said it in
have
like a pretty straight face, but then they came to you and like, oh, your name is Robert.
No way. Why Robert?
I don't. But then I'm like, but he goes by Bert by short, so and now they live together.
What? That's even worse than Robert.
So
I don't want to be
Bert and Ernie live together.
Oh, okay. I just got that joke. Okay. Do you think anybody else caught that? They probably did. But there's probably a lot of people that took it seriously too.
No, that's what I'm saying. There's someone out there who thinks your name's Robert and thinks someone else's name is Ernie.
That's funny.
Oh, Momocon. I did the same thing with Momocon.
Right, with me again or with Mr. E?
Someone asked me. Someone at Momocon, or someone asked, "What does Momocon stand for?" And like, I just came up with a lie. I was like, "Oh yeah, it was these two friends. They came together. One's name was Mo. The other one's name was Monica. And Mo.
Way.
And like,
there's no way anybody believes that.
Someone did. Like,
wait, what does Momocon actually stand for, though?
It's like Momo stands for peach, is like peach in Japanese, right?
Oh, I think you're right, actually. Yeah.
It's funny because like I had strides in the call me when I said that. And he even thought he even believed. He's like, wait,
bat an eye.
He's like, wait, I thought it was Momo from Peach. It's interesting. Like, oh, it probably is. Oh my God.
You're trolling everybody. You have too many viewers to be trolling everybody.
The worst part is when I say it with like such a straight face.
Yeah, super monotone.
Super monotone. Yeah, so it's just believable.
Yeah, I'm sure like at least 5 to 10% of your viewers believe you.
Not gonna lie, I kind of hope someone walks up to you and calls you Robert. just randomly.
I would be confused before today if that happened, but now at least I'll know why if somebody approaches me and calls me Robert.
Yeah, our mystery Ernie. I'm not gonna lie, that would just be hilarious.
That would be funny.
All right, but to get back on topic, let's talk about the number one player, the newly crowned number one player in Smash Ultimate, Dormigi. There's like this well, now people are saying, the 15-year-old kid, he's younger than Brawl. He was born after Brawl came out.
That's true, actually.
And he's the number one player in the entire world with Min Min, a character that a lot of people gave up on. They thought like after she got nerfed that she sucked. I thought it was ridiculous because I'm just like, bro, Japan still hates this character. There's got to be a reason.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's interesting because like, I feel like if someone wasn't keeping up with events, they would be like, "Who the fuck is this? Like, where did he spawn from?" Like,
yeah, I mean, he really doesn't travel that much outside of Japan compared to like some of the other Japanese top players. Like, yeah, he's had a few showings in the US, but like for being the number one player in the world, a lot of people don't really watch Japanese tournaments like that. So,
well, I mean, I think his first tournament in the US was Level Up Expo.
That was like a year ago, 2 years ago.
It was this year, bro. It was this.
That was this year.
It was this year.
That was his first tournament in the US.
Or no, not his first one. No, I'm tripping. I don't think it was actually. Was it? Oh?
I don't know, man.
Wait.
Maybe your chat can confirm.
Someone in chat confirmed. Was Level Up? Oh, he came to Cirque. Yeah, you're right. He came to Cirque. Yeah. Never mind. I'm thinking, no, that wasn't his first one. But I think that was his first tournament this year in the US, and then he won that. He's in Vegas.
Yeah, but even then, like compared to like Shuton or like T or Akola, he really hasn't traveled that much overseas. So, I don't know though. Like Min Min is such a good character. Sure, she has some bad matchups. But I think her matchup chart is actually better than what most people think. Because I feel like Min Min beats the heavies, most heavies. She beats the Shotos. She beats most sword characters. Like Aegis Min Min, for example, that's Aegis' worst matchup. And she just generally does good against top tiers. Like she does good against Steve. She does good against Snake. She does good against Aegis. So she has some bad matchups. Like The thing is, her bad matchups are uncommon characters, like Puff.
Game and Watch is not uncommon.
Game Watch isn't that uncommon. That's true.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, like Puff. Well, Puff is Puff is one. Mennonite is one as well. Sheik. I guess Sonic. I didn't know Sonic was that bad, but you know, at least Hurt made it.
Hurt did good, man.
Yeah, no, Hurt is a great player.
I was impressed.
Same, yeah. Like I know you've been working on it, but like it felt like it like this has been constantly improving.
Yeah, and like Game Watch is a bad matchup, but I feel like Dormigi, like if it's not Meister or Monte or Mia, he can just like outskill any other Game Watch players pretty much. Yeah. It's not like that bad where he has to be worried about like a random Game Watch in bracket. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. Also, I guess to add on like top of what you were saying earlier about characters that have like a similar game plan across the board, Min is one of those characters. Like, doesn't really need to mix up what she does. Like,
definitely, yeah.
Yeah, she just had, you know, she punches with her arms, weights. The fact that because she outranges everyone basically, and then like if by some chance you have like a strong projectile, she can just reflect it if she reacts to it.
Yeah, like a Samus charge shot.
Best edge guarding in the game, and it's like super non-committal. You don't even have to. You can be center stage sometimes and edge guard someone.
Nah, I think that's like such an underrated strength in this game. Like not having to learn matchups just because your character's like game plan works against the majority of the cast.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like people talk enough about like how good that is in Ultimate.
Dude, I've been mentioning it a lot just because I personally feel like that's such an important thing, and like it really does dictate the bracket. Like,
yeah,
for a lot of big events, like especially for Supernova, like bracket luck is so important. It is like so important. And if you play a character that can like kind of remove those factors where it's like, oh crap, I have to play a matchup I don't know. Like for example, you know, like Sheik or Wolf, if they don't know a matchup, they're cooked.
Pretty much, yeah. Anybody that has to fight up close, it's like they're cooked pretty much. You know what I mean? Matchups.
Yeah, in this level, if you don't know a matchup, you probably are going to lose. It doesn't matter if you're better. Well, sometimes it does, but like a lot of the time, you could be worse and lose a matchup just because you don't know it. Like, there's like this specific thing that works in your character at like 20%, and if you get hit by it, you die. And you don't know that's a thing, and you just lose your life.
Yeah, it can like totally snowball from like not knowing one interaction, and then. Another thing worth noting is like mentally it helps a lot. Like if I get sent to losers and I have to fight somebody that, you know, I have to fight a character that I don't know that well, I'm going to be a lot more hesitant with my gameplay, and I'm going to like, you know, hesitate with my decisions a lot, you know, and like mentally I won't be as confident. And if you just don't have that like hurdle because your character just covers so much, like your game plan just works against like so many characters, then like I feel like in terms of like having a better mentality, like not losing focus, you know, clutching up, stuff like that. That also helps a lot. So even besides like the in-game matchup knowledge, like even outside the game, I feel like not having to know matchups just helps a lot as a player.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, because you're just like, well, no matter what, I'm just gonna do what I do, you know.
Yeah. And one other thing worth noting is like you can dedicate more of your practice towards improving your own character than learning matchups. So you can any match you play is going to be useful for you because you're going to improve your character. Whereas me, if I play against Mr. E now with Sheik, it's like, yeah, I'm going to improve my Sheik and I'm going to get better at the Lucina matchup, but it's not going to teach me how to learn like certain matchups. Whereas if I just play Min and I just get my Min just gets better because she covers like so many matchups just by playing the game, you know, like it's just going to be a net positive. I can play anybody and improve at the game like faster than somebody that has to learn each individual matchup.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much where the meta is, and I'm gonna say I am happy to see like Dormigi prosper because I feel like Min was such a good character, and like a lot of people just didn't believe in them. So it's great to see him, pop off the way he did. Something that really impressed me with him is like, we talked about Min being a good edge guarder. He's like the only one that I see he just understands how far Min can go. Like, Min doesn't even have to go Min doesn't even have to go off stage to edge guard, but like a lot of the times he'll like be like near the blast zone, just chasing someone down and like edge guarding them, and he'll come back.
Yeah, he knows like the exact extent of how far he can go and still recover.
Mm-hmm.
Not afraid at all. So that's really important, actually.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, he definitely deserved the #1 spot. I thought they were gonna make a Cola #1 because he won Kagaribi, but it just felt like they really valued his consistency. Because I don't know if you know, but like Dormigi, like this year, he hasn't placed below like 9th or something.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's super consistent. I know the algorithm of the rankings was more towards wins than results. Like it valued wins more. But like it's hard to say because we don't know the exact algorithm. But like I'm sure in a different algorithm, Akola could have been first, or the rankings would have looked a little bit different. I'll go ahead.
Oh, sorry. No, I was just like looking to like make sure I was right. According to this, he hasn't placed below 5th. That was his lowest placement was 5th.
Which like you would think Min would run into like one of those like bad matchups eventually, like a Puff or like a Sheik or like a more game watches, but nah. I think just the strength of not having to learn matchups as much like makes up for that, makes up for like the few bad matchups.
Yeah, I mean, even then, I'll bring this up. This is kind of like, this is super outdated, but I think Dormigi played against Base Mage at a Battle of BC and he won. Granted, it was like close, like a year or two ago, but that's still like,
yeah,
that's still crazy. That's like supposed to be one of Min's worst matchups, and he beat the best Puff, or one of the best Puffs. There might be like a Puff in Japan that it's better or something that someone's gonna argue about, but one of the best Puffs.
Yeah, I mean that just goes to show. I mean, he also beats like pretty much any other game watch, right? Besides like the top level game watches.
Yeah, I think like he has like, it's actually crazy because like to my knowledge, his record against Mia is like horrible. I think it's like 12-0.
Yeah. Mia's amazing though. Like if Mia plays in the right matchup, if Mia plays in a winning matchup, I just feel like he's not gonna lose. You know what I mean?
Yeah, even if he plays a bad matchup, he's just so good. I think something that just goes like under a lot of people's radars, especially because he plays Game & Watch and people don't. I feel like people kind of underrate this for Game & Watch from Game & Watch players. His advantage state's insane. Like,
oh yeah,
he
definitely
straight up just won't let you play the game, and it's not like he's doing like all these guaranteed combos. He's just always putting himself in the right position, and he just makes it so you can't do anything, and it looks so much more oppressive. Like it looks like, oh, like Game Watch is broken, but like it's literally him doing it. Like it's crazy.
His like awareness of like positioning himself in a spot where he can cover options as fast as possible, like certain options, he can react to certain options as fast as possible, is key. Like his positioning when people are above him, people just see like, oh, he's just doing Game Watch up air, but they're not looking at how he positioned himself afterwards. And because you can react to what your opponent does when they like go back on the ground, but you have to position yourself in a way where you can react as optimally to like every single thing. And in that aspect, Mia is like, I'd say like top 5, top 10 in the world. Probably like top 5, I'd say.
Yeah, no, it's insane. And it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, like his character has the tools for him to do it, and like anyone can, like quote unquote can do it, but how many people are actually doing it like that, where it's just like, oh yeah, shit, I actually can't play. Like he's actually gaming and I am watching.
Like, yeah, no, Game Watch definitely complements that type of playstyle. with ledge trapping as well.
Mhm.
Like, this goes back to what I was saying earlier. Like certain characters, if you're gonna ledge trap another character, it's like a very character specific thing that you need to know about. Like you need to know the matchup, like what their options are. Game Watch usually can just press B from set distance, like
Yeah.
from roll distance, and then there's mix-ups after. Like he can cancel his chef a little bit early if he wants to bait like a get-up attack and parry it, which he did a few times.
Mhm.
So there are some mix-ups, but for the most part, it does make like the ledge trapping, like the advantage state in that aspect, a little bit easier.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, also, humor. Thank you. So Mia's 14-0 now against Dormigi.
Oh wow, that's actually insane. Like somebody being 14-0 against the best player in the world. Can we can we talk about that? Like that's kind of insane.
No, that's it's just like it's crazy because it's like, damn, this is like, you know what, it's giving me like a Cole Spargo vibes, where it's just like a Cole was #1 player, but then Spargo just beat him every time they played. But this is worse. This is actually worse.
This is worse. Because at least some of the sets looked close with Akola and Spargo. Like some of them, not all of them, but some of them. But like Dormigi versus Mia just does not look close at all. Like anytime I'm watching.
Yeah, dude, I remember when Mia made it to winners finals, I was like, he probably won the tournament. Like,
yeah.
Well, okay. When he made it to winners finals and Spargo got eliminated, I'm like, he won the tournament. There's no one left who could beat him in 2 sets in grand finals.
Oh, I know Mio's popping off when Spargo lost.
Yeah,
sure.
It's like literally that was his biggest threat. That was his biggest threat.
Yeah. He's so happy as Spargo lost.
Yeah, I mean, granted, he could beat him. He's beaten him before, but like, it's just like
you'd rather play against the person you're 12-0 against. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm like, well, I guess question, like, if you're in Mia's position, you would feel the same way, right? You'd be like,
of course,
yeah.
I would be praying for Spargo's downfall. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. No, I agree. It's just like, okay, well, I could challenge myself and like, maybe I could challenge myself, or I could just win.
Or you could just win the entire tournament. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It depends. If it was somebody that goes even with you, maybe I'd be like, I want to get my run back. This is like a rival. But if it's somebody like you're 0-12 against, and it's between playing them or like, somebody you're 12-0 against, and it's between playing them or like, a different top player, I'll probably pick the one I'm 12-0 against.
Yeah, no, I get you. There was something else I was gonna mention. Oh, dude, I don't know if it's a Game Watch thing. I don't know if like the people at Supernova hate Game Watches, but like the confetti thing happened again.
I think they did that on purpose. There's no way that happened like accidentally again. There's just no way. The odds of that happening twice, like like coincidentally, I just think are so low. I just don't believe that was like that had to have been on purpose.
It's with Game Watch players, bro. They don't like Game Watch players, dude.
I was like mad disrespectful, low key, because like Dormigi just lost the game as well, and then like the confetti, and I'd be tight if that happened to me, especially if I felt like it was done on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if it was like an accident or whatever, like the first time, I'd be like, okay, well that can happen, But I just felt like it was on purpose. Like there's no way that happened twice like that. You know what I mean? The odds of that happening twice, like accidentally, are just so low. But maybe I'm wrong. It is just speculation. So
yeah, I mean, we definitely don't know. I guess another. Wait, that was a loud ass car. I don't know if you heard it.
Nope.
Okay, good. So according to someone in chat, Mia has only dropped 8 games to Dormigi's Min in their entire sets.
Yeah, that's not that much for 14 sets.
Yeah, I mean, that means that most of their sets are, not most of them, but like a good number of them are 3-0s.
Yeah, 2-0, 3-0.
3-0, yeah, 3-0s, 3-1s, maybe 2-0s.
Yeah. Tough.
Yeah.
Looks like a tough matchup. He even pulled out the Corin.
Yeah.
Did not work out.
Yeah. I'm actually curious, like, what other characters Dormigi plays, because I don't think I've seen him go off of Min Min. It's like, who did he play before Min Min came out, or did he start playing?
It's a good question, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe Corrin?
Oh, he plays Hero? Okay, he has a Hero.
I feel like Hero does okay against Game Watch, like, kinda.
Yeah, no, Hero's actually... I've heard people say Hero beats Game & Watch.
Yeah, I'm curious why. I mean, I'm sure Corrin does good against Game Watch too, but I feel like Corrin, Game Watch, you kind of have to outplay your opponent a little bit more. Whereas with Hero, I could be wrong. I just feel like you can cheese him a little bit harder. You know, you can... I don't know. You can. It's a little bit easier to outplay him, I think.
Well, I'm wondering if like the menu had come into play, because remember, he's Japanese. I don't know if he can read the menu.
I mean, they were both Japanese, so maybe they could have just changed it to Japanese. But
gentleman to Japanese.
Yeah, I mean, if they're both Japanese, then I don't see why Mia would disagree, unless Mia just trying to get the W.
I mean, if I were Mia, I would agree to that. It's like, wait,
really?
Make you better?
That grimy?
It's not grimy. Just like,
it's a little bit grimy. It's a little bit grimy, but I get it. I get it. With that much on the line.
Yeah. Dude, you know this is the 5th biggest Ultimate tournament ever? Like, in terms of entrance?
I didn't know that.
It's 5th.
But I'm not surprised, because it's Super Smash Con.
Yeah. It's impressive to me, because, like... Hold on. I'm going to pull up the entrance. Okay, I have a question, or I guess like a question. Let's see if you can get it. So Ultimate holds the spot for like having the most entrances for events, like the whole top 6, including like this Supernova. There's one game though that is in the top 5 that's on an Ultimate game. Do you know which one it is?
One game that's in the top 5 of like biggest like
entrance
FGC events.
Smash tournaments. That's not Ultimate.
It's probably Smash 4, right? Is it Civil War?
It's not. You're right, but it's not Civil War. I'll give you a second guess. This one should be pretty easy.
Is it Evo for Smash 4?
Yeah, it's Evo.
That's probably what it is. Yeah,
Evo 2016.
Yeah. How many entries did that have? Does it say?
That one had 2,662.
Evo 2016, you said. Okay.
Evo 2016. Yeah. So, like, I guess to go down the list, top 2 is Evo 2019. That had 3,534. Super Smash Con 2019. That one had 2,708. And then Evo Super Smash Con 2023. That one had 2,607. Kagaribi 13.
Wow, Kagaribi.
2,548, and then Supernova, I want to add 2,432.
You know, it's crazy. Like Kagaribi, I feel like Japan, if they just get like a bigger venue, they could probably host the biggest tournament of all time. Because the registration for a lot of those Japanese majors, it gets the registration opens and then it gets closed in like not that long. Usually like half an hour to an hour, it gets filled up.
Yeah, they capped it, right? Like it's got like immediately capped.
Yeah, it gets pretty much immediately capped, you know? So the demand for people entering tournaments in Japan is like crazy. So it's like I really want to see what the potential could look like, you know?
No, I agree. That's wild to think about, because it's like that's already one of the biggest events ever. It's like top 5 biggest events ever, and like it capped like immediately.
Yeah, that's so crazy to think about. Like, imagine if it didn't cap. Imagine if there was like a no cap, pretty much, or like the tournament could host like 10 times the amount of players. Like, I mean, obviously, hosting something like that is like a whole nother, challenge in itself.
That sounds like terrible. Like that many people.
You would need like somebody like Nintendo or something to help you with that. But I would like to see it one day, just to see what the peak potential of like Ultimate entrance can look like.
Yeah, that would be great. I like if it wasn't caps, like I think it would easily, like be number 1.
10,000?
You said 10,000?
Yeah. Do you think you could have 10,000 entrants?
Thank God, I don't. Dude, 10,000 is a lot.
It's a lot, but if their tournaments have like 2 to 3K, it's like 2K, right? The Kagaribi.
Yeah, it's over 2K.
Yeah, and it gets capped immediately. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that it could reach 10K. But yeah,
That is true.
again, that's just speculation.
No, I mean, you're right. I think I was gonna say I think it would easily go over 4K. Like,
Yeah, that's like a guarantee, pretty much. I think.
yeah, that's wild though. Yeah, hopefully for the new Smash game, that'd be sick. That being said, though, the fact that Ultimate came out like late 2018, still pulling in these numbers is really impressive. Especially when I feel like every week when an event comes out and a Steve wins, people are like, "This game's dead, bro. This game's dead."
It's not even every weekend. It's like every Smash game. We go through the same cycle of like, oh, this game's dead, and then a tournament gets announced, and mad people enter, and you can make an argument that like, at the local level, a lot of the local scenes have less entrants now. They're not as healthy. So maybe if you're from a scene where your local scene, kind of died down, you're definitely more on the side of this game's dying. But then you just watch a major and you like Super Smash Con that gets like 2K entrants. And like, how can you even think about this game dying when it's like year 7 or year 8 of like the game's release? And the crazier thing is like, which with each Smash game, I feel like we reach like a wider audience every time. Not just casual audience, but also like the competitive like audience.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So there's been like a jump every Smash game basically from Brawl. So I'm very excited to see where like the next Smash will lead things.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And I guess to add it kind of onto like why there might be this less people entering the local scene, I do think to some extent there's like a burnout where people just don't want to like constantly go to local events. It might also just be boring because like you're just seeing the same people there every day, and I feel like unless you're the person that's winning, there may not be any sort of incentive for you to go unless like you go to hang out with friends. But yeah, I think it just depends. Like a lot of people will go to these big events because they're like, oh, there's like a lot of really good players going. It's being set up to be this unique experience. I think is what comes to mind. It's like people are going because it feels unique. It feels out of the ordinary to what they would go to like on their weekly tournaments.
Yeah, like attending a major, like honestly, even if you don't play Smash, you're just a spectator. It can still be like a fun weekend for you, especially a tournament like Super Smash Con, where there's like so many different activities and events happening. Same with you've never been to Smash Factor, right?
I have. I went during Smash 4 though. I haven't been to Ultimate.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, nowadays Smash Factor, I think Smash Factor and Super Smash Con are very similar in that sense, where you can just kind of go, and even if you're not a fan of like competing or whatever, you can still have fun. There's so much to do as like a spectator or an attendee. And I really hope more tournaments start following that, like, or more majors start following that type of like how do I say, like that concept basically, where like it's just fun for everybody to attend. You don't need to compete.
Yeah, I mean, at least from what I saw, it feels more like a convention than like an actual like tournament.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. That's how Smash Factor feels too.
Yeah. Yeah, which is great.
Yeah.
I definitely agree. It is like a nice change of pace, and like it just invites more people to actually come to the event, even though they may not play. Because a lot of people, I think that's the important thing too. Like a lot of people who are attending events, especially big ones like this, they might be going with someone. They might be taking someone because like maybe they have like someone who's younger who doesn't like or who plays and wants to compete, and then you're just taking them. So for the person taking that person, it's like, oh, this is boring because like I got nothing to do. I just I taking my kid or like whoever it is to the event to like
Yeah,
do that.
that's a really good example. And then like something I noticed at Smash Factor is I have some friends here that don't even play Smash or like games, but they just showed up at Smash Factor. Like I was looking through my Instagram stories and I was like, wow, this person's here, and they're not even like a gamer or like a Smash player or whatever. And it just helps. It really helps with growing the scene. And then what you said makes a lot of sense too. Like if you're bringing somebody there and they're just competing and you don't have anything to do, like as a parent, then it'll be nice to have like more activities and more stuff to watch or like spectate.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like it just makes attending more, or it just makes events more inviting. It's like, oh, like it's not just doing this. Like there's fun things to do outside of this
Yeah,
game. Yeah.
that's kind of why I don't like Evo as a tournament that much. Because like honestly, well, even as a competitor, I mean the Evos I've attended at least were not great, as a competitor. And even like from what I've been hearing about the recent Evos, still not like the best like tournament for competitors. Let alone like if you don't compete, you're just there to like attend as a like spectator or whatever. So I really like how Smash Factor and Super Smash Con, it's just like a convention for everybody pretty much. It's like a very inclusive, like anybody can go and have fun. I
Yeah.
like that concept a lot. Hopefully more majors will follow like with that concept.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's cool. I guess to add on to the Evo thing, I don't know about the current Evos, but yeah, I will say especially like the early Evos for Smash, those were terrible.
bad.
They were so bad.
so bad.
They were so bad. Like it was one of those things where the scheduling was bad. The like the rule set themselves are just so bad. It's like, dude, you don't even. I feel like, especially for like the first Smash 4, like Evo 2015, when I saw the rule set, I'm like, they want this game to die. They actually don't want. They don't want the game. They don't want Smash to succeed.
Was that the Evo with the custom moves?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. I remember that one. How can I forget about the Captain Awesome versus Larry set?
Yeah, dude. No one was playing it, or no one was playing with customs until then. But it's like the same thing with like Brawl. Like the first Brawl, they did items.
Oh, I remember that. I remember watching the was it Ken? No, it was the Falco player.
Yeah, it was Ken. Oh, SK92. Yeah, he got third.
There you go. SK92 versus Ken. I remember seeing that.
Yeah, he got third. CPU won, which was funny. It's like this SoCal Rob.
Never heard of that person.
Yeah, he didn't really attend much.
C3PO? Is that what you said? Or CPU?
CPU.
Oh, okay.
C3PO is a Diddy Kong player in Smash 4.
Diddy player, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Shouts to him.
Yeah, shouts to him.
Okay, let's talk about another topic. This is one you wanted to talk about as well.
Sure, yeah.
I guess the way people are dressing at Smash events.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, I mean, I don't think this is like a controversial stance or like an opinion, but I just think you should dress appropriately if you're around an event that has a lot of kids. And in particular, Super Smash Con promotes itself as like an all-inclusive tournament for any age, pretty much. I've always had strong feelings about, what the hoodie is. I don't know how do I pronounce it.
I know you're talking about, like with the faces.
Yeah, a Hago hoodie.
Or something. I don't know how to say it. I know you're talking.
I forgot how to pronounce it. I've made a stance. I've had my stance on that hoodie for like 5 to 6 years now. Every time I see somebody wearing that hoodie at a tournament or like a convention, I just think it's so cringe. Just kids walking around and stuff. And this is pretty much, it falls in line in like the same thing. It's like, just dress appropriately. You're not going to a rave. You're not going to like a club. You're going to a Super Smash Bros. Tournament for all ages. So like it really shouldn't be that difficult to dress like a normal person for just one weekend,
Yeah. I think I do think that, in my opinion, you could blame like the people who are dressing that way, because like it's like, okay, well, it is, you shouldn't be dressing like it's a rave. But I also think it's on the people who are hosting the tournament to like enforce a dress code or something like that, because yeah, it's like you said, Definitely. There are like children walking around. There's like a lot of people who this is their first event, and they're like, oh, so people just like
weird. Imagine seeing a frame of like a kid walking past somebody dressed like inappropriately. It's stuff like that also that Nintendo probably looks at it, and they're like, oh, we're good on that, we're not gonna get involved with that. But it just doesn't help like getting Nintendo support. Because if you look at like the tournaments Nintendo sponsors, like Pokemon or Splatoon, they're like extremely family friendly. I mean, it's part of their IP, pretty much. Being like super family friendly. I know Smash is a little bit different because we're like more grassroots in that regard. But at an event like Super Smash Con in particular, honestly, any event, I'd say any major, you should dress appropriately. But especially Super Smash Con because it promotes itself as like the tournament for every age. I just feel like TOs need to start enforcing. I don't want to say dress code because that sounds a little bit too strict. Um, but just like I don't know if they, I guess dress code is the right word. But just like a very like lenient dress code. Like, you can still wear what you want for the most part. It just has to be appropriate for all ages.
Yeah,
And I really don't think that's a hot take at all. Like it shouldn't be a hot take at all. But somehow in the Smash community, it's like I've seen a little bit on Twitter where people fight against that. And like I don't understand how anybody can fight against that because that's just not that should be the right opinion for everybody to have, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I think it's fine to be like expressive with your clothing, but you don't have to be like you don't have to go crazy and like like expose areas that typically
Yeah.
you wouldn't expose unless you're like at home. I think that's like the easiest way to think about it is like, yes, there are probably going to be children there, so you should be dressing accordingly, like assuming there's going to be children at the event, because especially for
Exactly.
an event like Supernova, there is children.
A lot of them.
Yeah,
And parents too. Like imagine if you're a parent and you go like your kid tries to convince you to, take him or her to a tournament, and then your parent finally takes you to a tournament, and then you see people dressed like that, at a tournament. That's probably not going to encourage you to bring your kid back to another like tournament. So
yeah, it's like I'm not taking you back there.
No.
Dormigi is a child. That is true. Yeah. Dormigi
is literally a child.
Dormigi is literally a child, yeah.
He's literally a child, yeah.
But yeah, I guess like to add on to what you said about the Nintendo thing, it's like yes, there are like definitely moments where Nintendo unfairly like does things and like treats like
100%, yeah.
treats the Smash community a certain way. But at the same time, there are some moments where they're just right. It's just like there's moments where it's like you can't deny that like what they're pointing out is true. A lot of it, a lot of it might not be, but there are also a lot of truths in what they're like into the reasons why they don't want to do anything with the community.
Yeah, definitely. I hope going forward, at least TOs will be a little bit more strict in that regard. And if not, hopefully, like some people can be more vocal about it on Twitter. I might like tweet something about it. If there's something similar happens, I'll probably tweet something about it. But hopefully, this was like a good wake up call at Supernova.
Yeah, I like am not really expecting much, if I'm being honest. Like I think
same, honestly. I have zero expectations.
Yeah, but like I just thought it was important to talk about because like I just feel like I don't know. I guess I feel like some people are on the fence about that type of stuff, but it's like yes, like you should be dressing like with the intent that there's going to be children at the event. Like
yeah,
even if like they're with an adult, that shouldn't matter. Like
yeah, I mean to me it's a no-brainer. I don't think there's no room to debate like differently than our stance pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
But like some people don't feel that way, and I don't know why, but yeah. That's my stance.
Yeah. Well, I guess I could see it from the other person's perspective where they're like, oh, I'm being restricted to like not express myself or something like that. But it's like, dude, you could still like express yourself, but like to a limit. And again, if you want to like really express yourself that way, there are other places you can go and do it. You don't have to do it at that event.
Exactly, yeah. Like I honestly to me it's a no-brainer. I don't even see the other side's argument at all. It's like come on, man. You can go to like so many other stuff dressed the way you want. Like if you know, this is not the place for you to dress that way.
Yeah.
Like just go to a rave or go to the club or I don't know, meet up with friends, go somewhere else. It's just the wrong place to do that. So
yeah, agreed. Yeah, fully agreed. You got anything else you want to talk about?
Is there anything else? Let me think. Not really. I guess we went through most of the important things. Um, Rivals was pretty hype as well at Supernova. I don't know if you were watching that.
I did. Spargo got second. He beat Cake Assault. That was the first time he beat him, right?
Yeah, Spargo's got him top 2 at the last 3 majors in Rivals.
No, not top 2 because he didn't get top 2 at Evo. I think he got 5th at Evo.
No, but he got top 2 at Supernova, and then he got 5th at Evo.
I'm pretty sure. I think he lost to. I think he lost to Plup and Stango at Evo.
What was the last tournament then that he attended before Supernova? Was it Smash Factor?
I think it was S Factor, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. He got top 5 and then top 2 twice. He got top 2 at Gommel, Smash Factor, and Supernova.
Okay.
And I forgot about Evo. I guess he did get 5th at Evo, yeah. But that's still really good, like top 5.
It's crazy because like I think outside of Cake Assault, he's only been losing to Olympia.
Yeah, that character I don't know if you've played against Olympia recently, but character is a little bit nuts.
Yeah, she's like the best character, right?
Pretty much, I would say so, yeah. I played Spargo as well at Smash Factor, and it was super doable. Like I was up 2-0, but then he reversed 3-0'd me. So unlucky. I'll get him next time though.
Yeah, dude, I need you to thrive in Rivals, bro. I need to see it.
I'm trying. It's just I can't attend US tournaments, so it's like kind of hard.
I know it's so shitty still.
Yeah, we're working on it though. We're working on it. Hopefully.
Is there anything you're planning on attending? Like, I guess outside of Mexico for Rivals?
Honestly, I'm kind of on the content grind right now. The content phase. I'm entering my Lurr phase. Where I'm streaming a lot more, and Eric's gonna help me with teaching me how to edit because that's been the biggest hurdle for me. It's been my biggest excuse to not release content. Basically, I don't know how to edit. I don't have the budget to hire an editor. So Eric's gonna help me with that, and then hopefully, because right now I'm just doing streams, but hopefully I can do more YouTube as well.
Okay.
I feel like a game like Rivals could use it. I feel like Rivals needs a little bit more spotlight right now. The game itself is great, but I just wish we could up our numbers a little bit, in terms of entrance, in terms of viewership. So hopefully I can contribute a little bit towards that.
Yeah, I feel like for a game like Rivals, it just takes one viral moment for that to just go off, and the number of people playing it increases.
Yeah, it helped that Ludwig was that Ludwig's company co-released the game, so that helped a lot. But then I think it was Off-Brand Games. It's not a thing anymore, right? If I
don't know.
Correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but wasn't Ludwig's company disbanded or whatever? And that was a little bit of a blow towards the game for sure. But hopefully we can, still recover from that and up the numbers in the future. I think the game itself is great, gameplay wise. So it's not really a matter of if the game is good enough or not. It's just a matter of getting the right amount of people to promote it, or the right people to promote it. So hopefully, I really hope Rivals is gonna thrive in the future.
Yeah, no, it is really good. It's really fun. Speaking of a fun platform fighter, have you heard of a few quick matches?
I've seen it on my Twitter timeline. It looks crazy.
Yeah, dude. Pluto made that.
Yeah, I read that, but I wasn't sure. I just vaguely remember somebody telling me Pluto made that, but did he just make it by himself, or
from what he told me, he made in a month. Yeah, you mean
that's so crazy.
Yeah. I guess for a little bit of backstory. Pluto and I used to be roommates. He was like during Smash 4, we used to live together, and yeah, well, I love that guy. Shouts to Pluto.
Isn't that crazy? Like your old roommate created a new platform fighter that a lot of people are playing on your timeline.
Yeah,
That's a crazy coincidence.
What's crazy too? So like, when I last talked to him, it had like over 55,000 people. Over 55,000 people had bought it, and like, there's only 3 characters. That's the thing that like impresses me the most. It's like,
Really?
yeah, it's fun though. It is a lot of fun. It's a very very fun game.
I didn't know that many people played it. That many people bought it. I like the concept of it. Like, if he can make it a little bit like prettier, add a few more characters, I think the game would be great.
Yeah, I mean, he's adding characters, but like, I don't know if you know like Pluto's work, but like he does like. Have you heard of Doors? The anime?
No.
Okay, he made Doors, so it's like stick figure thing is just his thing. It's gonna be stick figure, like that's the platform, right? It's gonna be stick
It's
figure.
gonna be stick figures. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I would recommend playing it. It's fun. It's like $5 on Steam.
I'll try it out. I'm just like, there's been so many platform fighters that have released, but like, why can't they just have that type of gameplay? You know what I mean? Like a Rivals-esque gameplay, or like that game. What's the game called?
A few quick matches.
A few quick matches. Like,
No,
I love
a few quick matches.
A few quick matches.
Yeah.
Okay. I love that concept where it's like very speedy, combo heavy. So I'm just waiting for like the perfect platform fighter to come out. And so far, Rivals is like the closest thing for me personally.
Mm-hmm.
But you never know. New Smash could be, maybe Nintendo's gonna be like, let's add wave dashes back and like crazy combos and wave landings. That would be a funny twist if a new Smash game came out and you could wave dash and stuff.
That would be wild. I don't think it's gonna happen though.
I don't think it's gonna happen either, because I don't know if I told you this. I might have told some of my viewers this before, but for Smash Ultimate E3, when Nintendo released the game, pretty much, they invited like a bunch of top players over to E3. It was like a E3 invitational, and they were listening to our feedback. They were like telling us like, oh, if you guys have feedback or criticism, tell us. And a lot of Melee players were there as well at the time. Like, a lot of Melee players got invited. And we told, because what they did is in Smash 4, there was no directional air dodging. And then in Smash Ultimate, there was directional air dodging. And the Nintendo staff told us, like, oh, hey, we noticed you guys loved Melee, which had directional air dodging. So we added back in directional air dodging. That's what they told us. And then we were trying to tell them, like, oh, it's not like we love directional air dodging, or like Melee players love directional air dodging because of wave dashing and wave landing. So, and they're like, oh, they're like very receptive towards that. They're like, oh, okay, yeah, maybe we can adjust that so that you can wave dash or wave land a little bit better. And then they never did. I mean, I don't think it's like a requirement to have like a good platform fighter, have like wave dashing and wave landing. It's just funny that their reasoning was like, okay, everybody loves Melee because Melee has directional air dodging, so we added directional air dodging.
Yeah.
But they kind of missed the ball on that, you know what I mean? So I just thought that was funny. And a lot of people don't know about that. I'm sure the invited Melee players remember that, but I think the general public doesn't really know why they added directional air dodging, like from Smash 4 to Ultimate, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
All right, I think I have to end the stream here. I'm like,
okay, let's wrap it up.
Yeah, I'm like randomly getting. I think it's like something to do in my apartment, but yeah. Sorry, chat. Hope you guys enjoyed. It's a very short notice or abrupt ending. But yeah, hope you guys have a good one.
Fun, though.